All right, we're going to do something a little bit different today. And I have had a lot of requests lately for a specific way to carve. And that's what I'm fooling with right here. A lot of people have written me and asked me, how do you carve if only you have the front view? In other words, if you have a pattern and all you have is the front view. Now, I admit that 9 times out of 10 I carve from the side view, as most of y'all know. But quite a few people have asked me, what if I just have the front view? How do you carve that way? How do you produce a carving when all you got is just the front view? Well, we're going to do that today, and I'm going to show you how you can do that as well. Now, I normally don't carve from the front view because I like to carve from the side view, and then I can cut it out with a bandsaw and stuff. But you can still do the same thing with a front view, okay? And I'm just taking this little simple pattern here, which is a little Santa, and this is the front view of the pattern, okay? As you can see. And so you take this front view of the Santa and you put it on a piece of wood and you draw out the front view, okay? Now, whenever you draw out the front view, be sure, just don't draw out the silhouette of him, but be sure and add all of the extras, with your carbon paper, like I've done here. You draw out these as well, where his hat is here, and where his beard is, and everything like that, where his shoes is down here. Excuse me, I have a little bit of a cold. But you draw all that out, and you end up with something like this, see? This is a little Santa, and this is 1.5 inches wide. And you end up with something like this to start off with. Okay? So, as you see, there is no side view of him. None whatsoever. It's strictly the front view of the Santa. Okay? Now, usually what I'll do is once I get a piece like this, I kind of figure, you see where the rim of the hat's going to go. I just sort of run that over here like this, and from the bottom there, we just kind of run that over there like that, because that's where it's going to be. That's where the rim's going to be. Almost the same thing. It doesn't have to be perfect. Just kind of similar to it. Well, I didn't get it too good, but that's okay, because I should have kind of gone down like, there we go, just like that. It doesn't have to be perfect. Just see something like that. Excuse me. Oh, I'm so sorry. Got a problem today. Okay. Now, so we have a general idea now of where our rim will go and stuff like that once we start going off. Now, what I would do is to take my knife to first of all start off with. So what we're going to do is we're going to cut this from the front view, okay? We're going to cut it from the front view. It's not going to be exactly perhaps like that, but we're getting our general idea. So what I would first of all want to do is to take and start removing wood, because your head is going to be extending out, okay? So we would begin to start cutting from this view first. Removing this part. Of the wood. Y'all will really have to excuse me. We've been having some bad weather, and we're just getting some cold weather down here now, and we're not all used to it yet. See, basically your head's gonna kind of come up like that anyway. See, it's gonna. Let me get my flare pen so you can see it much easier. It's basically going to kind of come like that, and this is going to kind of come up here like this. See, just like that, where that's going to come down. So you begin removing your wood from so basically it's going to kind of come up like this. See, just like that from the side. And this is going to go like this from the side, where it kind of so you're giving that general idea of it. And then I'm going to come up here and I'm just going to kind of get this. Then you're going to come up here to set our boundaries, as I say. And you're going to take a little bit off like this. See, that's setting our boundaries for how that's going to be. And the same thing here. Now this isn't going to be quite as deep up here. Now eventually your picture is going to be moved away. Same thing right here, see? That's just sort of getting your boundaries for what you have, or how far it's going to go, in a way. And let's come back here and do the same thing. And let's go back here. I don't think that's quite as thick back here, so we can kind of and do the same thing. See that? Then we begin to shape our piece.